Hi everyone. Hello Chandra sir. It's wonderful to be here today. And my name is Divya. I'm joining you guys from Dallas today. And my spiritual journey started when I was 16 years old. And that was a time I moved away from my parents to get better education and joined a boarding school. But the atmosphere in the boarding school was way different than the atmosphere from my home. There was so much of expectation, so much long stress and longer study hours and very little break time. With all the expectations and the stress I had, the life felt very stressful on me, both physically and emotionally. I had difficulty sleeping at night, and slowly my confidence levels are depleting. And sometimes life felt like that doesn't make any more sense to me. And the same thoughts continued for a longer time. And within few weeks, I can say I was in depression. Friends, and that was a time my mom Padma introduced me to this pyramid meditation, and I thought, okay, let me give it a try. So I used to practice about 15-20 minutes every day in the morning before my study hours and just before my sleep. So with regular parts of meditation, slowly my grades started improving. I regained my confidence levels. And I also used to have fear of examination. I used to have fear of facing the examinations. So with meditation, I regained some strength and courage to face the examination. And by the end of the second year, there was a huge leap in my grades. So my grades improved by 12%. And everybody was so surprised, including my teachers and as well as my parents. So that was my turning point in my life. Since then, life has become so meaningful and purposeful, and learning has become fun. There's no stress in learning at all from that day. So as I move on in my life, and I did more research on the spirituality and meditation concepts. So I used to study so many books, spiritual books. I attended so many events by PSSM and Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement, and also got in touch with so many pyramid masters. I used to ask them so many questions. I got so many answers from them. I used to participate in the group discussions, book clubs, and all the Sadhana Sangatya experiences sharing. So I learned so many different things from the masters. And the next 3-4 years, I started implementing all the concepts I have learned. How can I apply this concept into my life? Is it concept helpful? Is it a really practical concept? So that led me to make my own way of dealing things in my life. After a few years, I got married. It was a typically arranged wedding, and being a new relationship took a toll on me again, both physically and mentally. And we used to have fights every day, like arguments, fights. We never, we are like a North Pole and South Pole. We can't agree to one single point. And at one point of time, I thought, oh, this won't work anymore. I have to quit. Then I thought, okay, let me give few more months to this. And again, I got in touch with senior masters. I explained them all what's going on with my life. And that said, they introduced me a concept called soul science. So the soul science says that we as a soul um, choose all the relationships in our life, like our partners, parents, our kids, our friends, whoever we have in our life. This all pre-chosen by us, our own self, as at a soul level. So I thought, yeah, if that is true, if I have myself have chosen this person as my partner, so I have to be with him. I have to accept him as he is. So I started working more and more on myself. I have did more and more meditation, and the more I evolved myself, and I saw many positive changes in my husband as well. So every night before I sleep, I should check myself. How can I be better tomorrow? What have went wrong today? And what should I learn from the situation today? So I used to get answers in my meditation, and immediately I used to apply that the following day. So with this practice of every day, within few months, we became very good friends. We started sharing each other, and now we are proud parents of two young boys, 6 months old son Rishi and 1 year old son Agastya. So since then, we've been reciprocating each other, helping each other in every walk of the life. So I have got better the relationships. The next challenge I have was getting into my career in USA. So I'm a physical therapist. In order to in order to work here as a physical therapist, I need to give an exam called National Physical Therapy Examination, which is one of the toughest exam. And So many people have said, "Oh, Divya, Indian origin students can't uh, clear this exam the first attempt. They have so much of negative things around this exam." And I thought, okay, it may be true for you. Maybe I want to go one step beyond this. I want to uh, clear it on the first attempt. So this was my thought process. And for this examination, I have used the concepts of thought power, intention settings, and pyramid power to help this. So miraculously, friends, believe me, I cleared the exam in the first attempt. So later on in my life, the next challenge I came across was finding my dream job. So I had all the qualifications and all the work visa, but I couldn't get into a job. Then I was thinking what was lacking. The concept that came to me was law of giving. One day I set my intention: if I find a job, I will be donating 10% of my salary to the spiritual service. Within a week, I got into the job. So that was the power of the law of giving, my dear friends. So my life moved on so smoothly next few years. And the next challenge that I have to overcome is to becoming a mom and being parents. Like all the women in the world, I had the same feelings of fear and anxiety of being about pregnancy and childbirth. Despite of all these, in meditation, I invited a soul to be my child for this life. Within few months, I came to know I'm going to be a mom soon. From the initial days of pregnancy, I used to wake up early in the morning, did meditation and yoga, and also communicate with the child every day. Whatever I'm doing, I used to communicate with the unborn child. And one experience I had in pregnancy was the last month of pregnancy, we were discussing up the potential baby names, myself, my mother, and my husband. And I was relaxing the sofa, and I put my finger on my tummy and asked, "Oh, Rishi, I think this is your name. Is it your name?" And I had a huge moment in my belly confirming it. Yes, that is my name. So I went into labor after a few weeks, and everything went so well. And I was in a no mind state when I was giving birth to the baby. And all the doctors and the nurses felt like they were angels welcoming my little boy into the world. So I was able to communicate all my feelings and all the good concepts to my baby when he was in the womb. That was one of the greatest experience I have. And excluding all these, I also had many health benefits in meditation. I used to have migraine headaches and so much of anxiety and depression. So meditation, I don't know when it was when I have overcome all these. They just vanished from my life within few years. And like Veena said, I have been to Everest Base Camp Trek in 2018. And this trek is one of the toughest trek in the world. And Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world. And there are so many misconceptions about this trek that people said, "Oh, Divya, this is impossible. You can't do it." Some of people who went there didn't make it back home. They died on the way back. So there were so many misconceptions. So the concept I applied during this trek is called 4 agreements. The agreements are being impeccable with your speech, don't assume anything, don't take anything personally, and the fourth thing is always give your best. For example, and the first day of the trek, I met with other trekkers from around the world, and many of them are marathon runners. Immediately, my mind started judging myself. "Oh, Divya, you're not fit like other people. What is your fitness level, and what is their fitness level? See your build and see their build, see their muscles, see their endurance. You can't do this. I think it's better to quit on the day one. Go back home." Uh, as I observed the breath for the next few minutes, I came to awareness that I got a concept: don't be impeccable with your speech, not only to others but to your own self. So as I applied that, I felt, okay, let me give it a try. I'm not going back. I'm going to give my best. I'm not taking anything personally. Let them judge. Let me judge myself, but still I'm not taking my own words personally either. So in this way, my life has transformed so much with the spiritual complex, with the spiritual concepts. Every time I have a struggle, I get a concept shared by my friend, or it's just like a random WhatsApp message, or it can just be a sign in the like a stop sign on the road, or it says slow and go, stop and go. It can be anything. Every small thing has been inspiration for me. And since I have benefited so much from the meditation, I thought I have to give this as a gift to all the people around me. So with that motto, I started a new center called Mindful Eye Meditation Center at my own home. From this center, I have been teaching meditation every day. We have a group of 200 to 300 people in Dallas who are meditating regularly. And I also started a new YouTube channel named Meditation Magic. Through this channel, I have been making videos, mostly in English and also into other Chinese languages like Chinese, Spanish, German, French, etc. So I want to take the message of spirituality and meditation to people all across the world, people who needs it the most. So and also recently we have started a new Toastmasters club called Mindful Masters. Toastmasters is a public speaking program. We have combined public speaking program with mindfulness. So together we think that it will best serve the community. These are my experiences in a nutshell. I have so many more experiences in my life. I can go in detail, but as a time limit, I would like to stop here. And thank you so much for having me here today.